Is Tubi turning its back on independent filmmakers? Short answer, no. No, it's not. But let's get into it. I'm Jay Horton. I make movies that make money. This is how. Over the past few months, there's been a lot of uproar amongst indie filmmakers surrounding Tubi TV. Many feel that the Tubi bubble has burst. The gravy train has come to a stop. They're citing things like falling revenue, longer wait times, and some movies not getting up at all. Some are very concerned about some changes in management at Tubi and are running around screaming, "The sky is falling!" While it may be true that in the last year there have been revenue drops, delays in movies going up, and Tubi is starting to be more selective, but all these things can mostly be explained by typical market fluctuations. Tubi might not no longer be taking any old thing, but they are still taking films. And many of those films are still doing okay. I've personally had 4 new films licensed in the last 3 months by Tubi, 3 of which went live in early January. And at least in my library of 80 plus films, my returns on Tubi have actually been on an uptick since October, steadily increasing every month since. And these numbers are a bit higher for me than they were last year at the same time. But, of course, these are just my returns, and they're not really indicative of the entire market, nor is anyone else's individual numbers. It's important to keep that in mind. And then there was the Film Hub email about Tubi that was sent out about a month or month and a half ago. Tubi has undergone recent changes, including a new CEO. We are incredibly excited about their growth and the new CEO. However, with changes occurring at Tubi, our clients are seeing a drop in revenue due to a couple of changes. 1, there has been a shift in their algorithm towards series, which several channels, including Tubi, believe drives more engagement and viewership. 2, Tubi is focusing on promoting original content in their algorithm produced through their in-house production company and promoting content licensed on a fixed fee basis rather than revenue share. Film Hub is actively pitching and selling fixed fee licenses, but Tubi is much more selective with its fixed fee licenses. 3, Tubi has let us know in 2024 they will become much more selective on licensing revenue share based licenses. 4, Tubi has become more diligent about ensuring producers do not contact them directly, and that the producers are following their marketing guidelines. They have removed licenses and banned producers that have not followed these guidelines. Wow. And to say the least, this triggered paranoid filmmakers all over, especially number 3. Many interpreted this as Tubi is going to stop doing revenue splits altogether and just focused on license-based buys. And this is totally not what they meant here. What Tubi said simply means that they are starting to put more emphasis on licensing Tubi originals. It does not mean that they are stopping rev shares. The rev share AVOD model is not going away. They will continue to license films in the exact same way. Only now, there will be more Tubi originals on top of it. Now, let's get back to the original question. Is Tubi turning its back on independent film? Again, no. At least not yet. But what about the revenue drops? Well, yes, there have been overall drops in revenue this last year, but this is an overall market thing, not just Tubi. I've said this many times before, but as the market becomes more and more saturated, which it does every year, smaller indie movies will drop in value. They will, on average, earn less. It's really just simple supply and demand. I suppose my overall point here is there's really no reason to panic at this point, at least not in regards to Tubi. I've seen a lot of people trying to compare the price drops at Amazon a few years ago to what's going on at Tubi. Like, look what Amazon did cutting the rates and purging films. Tubi could do the same thing. And, well, yes, Amazon did do that. But Tubi is a completely different animal from Amazon Prime. AVOD and SVOD are just not the same. They're completely different business models. Amazon, being SVOD, was having to pay filmmakers directly from their subscriptions. They're paying for the films. With AVOD, it's advertisers floating the bill. At this point, Tubi is making millions and millions off these ads. While it might make sense to get rid of certain movies and types of movies that aren't really earning or that might scar their reputation, but it would just be straight up bad business to remove the rest. Amazon was a completely different story. Now, this isn't to say somewhere down the road that Tubi won't pivot away from their current business model, but at least for the near future, I'd say it's pretty secure. But here's the thing. Even if it wasn't, even if all the paranoid filmmakers are right, even if Tubi was closing its door to indie films, these things happen. Over the years, film producers have seen revenue streams dry up over and over throughout the history of film. Drive-ins lost out to multiplexes, VHS lost out to DVD, DVD and VHS lost out to streaming. Streaming started out strong on TVOD, then it became SVOD strong, then it pivoted to AVOD strong. Now TVOD is seeing kind of a comeback. The only thing you can count on for sure in the business of film is tomorrow is going to bring something different. This is why it is so important to filmmakers to not keep all their eggs in just one basket like Tubi. Get on other platforms, as many as you can. Just because a platform is smaller now and doesn't return much today, doesn't mean it won't tomorrow. Remember, Tubi was once a rinky-dink nothing platform. Look at it now. So yeah, I'm back. I actually really miss doing these videos. I was a little burned out last year and had to take a break, but here I am. And I might not do quite as many as what I used to, but I'm planning on doing a few a month. So if these are helpful at all, subscribe, like the video, comment, all that good stuff. But whatever you do, keep making movies.